Football, more than just a game, has a unique way of captivating us, reminding us why we are drawn to its drama and unpredictability. It's a sport that transcends simple competition. It's a world where preconceived notions of logic are often tossed aside, where reputations and past glories mean absolutely nothing for the entirety of 90 minutes, plus stoppage time. Anything can happen. On June 25, 2025, in a moment that would be etched in footballing history, Auckland City, a team composed of part-timers, teachers who spend their days shaping young minds, builders who construct the very foundations of our cities, and office workers who dedicate their weekdays to spreadsheets and meetings, found themselves standing toe-to-toe, facing off against Boca Juniors, one of the most storied and revered clubs, the giants of Argentina. This wasn't just a scheduled match on the calendar, it was a head-on collision of two vastly different worlds, a true David versus Goliath encounter on the pitch. The final score, a 1-1 draw, a result few could have predicted, sent palpable shockwaves rippling through the entire Club World Cup tournament and the global football community. For Boca Juniors, a team accustomed to victory and global dominance, it was nothing short of a disaster, a stain on their illustrious reputation. But for Auckland City, this unexpected draw felt like their World Cup final, a moment of pure, unadulterated triumph. It was a victory in every sense of the word, a moral victory that resonated far beyond the scoreline. These Auckland City players, juggling their passion with their daily lives, trained tirelessly after long hours at work, carried the weight of past defeats and disappointments, using them as fuel to drive them forward, and were largely seen by the world as mere participants, destined for an early exit. That is, until this unforgettable night. The atmosphere within the stadium was absolutely electric, buzzing with anticipation and nervous energy. Boca Juniors' fervent fans, known for their unwavering support, arrived expecting nothing less than a routine and dominant victory. In contrast, Auckland City's much smaller contingent of supporters held onto a fragile hope, yearning for their team to simply compete with pride and dignity. What unfolded before their eyes was a captivating drama filled with immense pressure, unwavering spirit, and razor-thin margins that separated triumph from defeat. It was a powerful and poignant reminder to everyone watching that in the beautiful game, heart and determination can often trump pedigree and perceived skill. Auckland City didn't simply participate in the match, they rose to the occasion and made a resounding statement to the world. They proved that with enough courage, unwavering belief, and relentless dedication, even the seemingly impossible can, in fact, become a tangible reality. To truly grasp the sheer magnitude of this unexpected result, to understand why it sent shockwaves through the footballing world, you must first understand the seemingly insurmountable gulf, the vast chasm that existed between these two clubs, both on and off the pitch. It wasn't just a difference in skill, it was a difference in resources, in experience, and in the very fabric of their existence. Boca Juniors, a name synonymous with football royalty, a club steeped in history and tradition, home to global icons, players whose names are etched in the annals of the sport. They are fueled by multi-million-dollar investments, employing athletes who operate under the relentless pressure to win, where anything less than victory is deemed a failure. In stark contrast, Auckland City were semi-professionals hailing from New Zealand, a nation more renowned for its prowess on the rugby field than on the soccer pitch. They were a squad comprised of everyday people, teachers who spent their days shaping young minds, builders who toiled under the sun, constructing the very buildings that housed their dreams, and sales reps who navigated the corporate world, all united by their shared love for the beautiful game. They were individuals who made significant personal sacrifices, juggling their careers and family lives, just for the chance to compete on the world stage. Their journey to this point was already a remarkable triumph, forged in unwavering dedication, unbreakable unity, and a shared belief in the impossible. Auckland's history in this prestigious tournament was largely defined by valiant efforts that ultimately ended in heavy defeats, often against far more experienced and well-resourced opposition. They were respected for their unwavering spirit and never-say-die attitude, but they were rarely, if ever, seen as a genuine threat to the established powerhouses of global football. They played not for fame or fortune, but for pride, for their families who cheered them on from the stands, and for their small, tight-knit community back home who dared to dream alongside them. As the two teams lined up in the tunnel, ready to step onto the pitch. The contrast between them was stark and undeniable. Boca's swagger, born from years of success and unwavering self-belief, was palpable, a stark contrast to Auckland's nervous focus, a quiet determination etched on their faces. One team, the overwhelming favorite, carried the weight of expectation, knowing they had everything to lose with a single misstep. The other, the ultimate underdog, stepped onto the field with nothing to lose and everything to gain, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to defy the odds. This was far more than just a standard football match. It was a collision of universes, a meeting of two vastly different worlds on the hallowed turf, and a golden chance for Auckland City to etch their name into the history books, to create a moment that would be talked about for generations to come. The match began as expected. Boca Juniors dominated, their passing slick and relentless. Auckland City defended desperately, their keeper making crucial saves as Boca pressed for an early goal. The breakthrough came in the 28th minute. Boca's star winger crossed, their striker powered home a header. Pure class. The stadium erupted. For Auckland, it was heartbreak, a familiar script. In past years, this would have opened the floodgates, but this time, Auckland rallied. No heads dropped, no blame, just resolve. The captain gathered his team. Keep going, stay in the fight. That goal, instead of breaking them, steeled their resolve. They'd faced the worst. Now, with nothing to lose, they had a choice: crumble or fight back. The world expected them to fold, but Auckland chose defiance. The story was about to change. After Boca's goal, Auckland City found new purpose, defending fiercely and disrupting Boca's rhythm. The crowd sensed a shift. Boca's confidence wavered. Then, in the 42nd minute, Magic Auckland's midfielder launched a hopeful ball forward. Their striker, a construction worker, chased it down, forced a mistake, and unleashed a thunderbolt into the top corner. The stadium froze, then erupted as Auckland's fans celebrated in disbelief. The players piled on in joy. This was more than an equalizer. It was a statement. They'd shown they belonged, that heart and desire could match pedigree. The image of Auckland's raw celebration against Boca's stunned faces was unforgettable. For a moment, the underdogs had rewritten the script. Anything felt possible. As halftime arrived, the tension was palpable. The scoreboard glared, a stark one draw reflecting the fierce battle waged in the first half. Both teams had fought tooth and nail, leaving everything on the field. But then, nature intervened. The skies opened up, unleashing a torrential storm of biblical proportions. Rain lashed down, transforming the pitch into a waterlogged swamp. The carefully manicured grass disappeared beneath a rising tide of muddy water. The referee, with no other choice, signaled a delay to the start of the second half. The conditions were simply unplayable, posing a risk to the safety of the players. Players, drenched and shivering, trudged off the field and retreated to the sanctuary of their dressing rooms, seeking warmth and a moment's respite from the downpour. In the Boca Juniors camp, the atmosphere was thick with tension. The unexpected turn of events had clearly rattled their composure. Their manager paced furiously, his frustration evident in every gesture. The delay threatened to derail their momentum, and their confidence seemed visibly shaken. In stark contrast, Auckland's dressing room buzzed with an almost palpable sense of belief. The first half had been a triumph, and they felt they could win. For them, the storm felt like a sign, a divine intervention perhaps, tilting the odds ever so slightly in their favor. The delay provided Auckland with a precious opportunity to rest their weary legs, to catch their breath after a grueling first half, to regroup, to reassess their strategy, and to reinforce their game plan for the crucial second half. And perhaps most importantly, to soak in the magnitude of their achievement thus far, to savor the moment and draw strength from it. Outside, fans huddled together under whatever cover they could find, seeking refuge from the relentless rain. The pitch, once a pristine green expanse, was now a waterlogged mess, a muddy quagmire that threatened to swallow the ball whole. Doubts began to swirl, not just among the fans, but also among the officials, about whether play could realistically resume. The conditions were deteriorating rapidly. For Auckland, this unexpected delay presented a significant mental test. Could they maintain their focus? Could they keep their adrenaline alive, their spirits high, and their determination unwavering despite the interruption and the increasingly challenging conditions? After what seemed like an eternity, nearly an hour, the intensity of the rain finally began to ease, offering a glimmer of hope. The ground staff sprang into action, working tirelessly to drain the excess water and make the pitch at least barely playable, a Herculean task against the forces of nature. Finally, after a prolonged and agonizing wait, both teams emerged from the tunnel, ready to resume their battle, to pick up where they had left off. But now, they faced a new challenge, a heavy, sodden field that would test their skill, their stamina, and their resolve. The stage was set, the atmosphere electric, for what promised to be an epic and unforgettable second half. The second half was a slog. Mud and puddles turned the match into a battle of wills. Boca's technical edge vanished. Auckland thrived in the chaos, defending with discipline and heart. Every clearance was cheered like a goal. Boca grew desperate, their frustration mounting. Then, drama. A Boca forward tumbled in the box, demanding a penalty. VR intervened. The stadium held its breath. Replays showed minimal contact. The decision could go either way. After agonizing minutes, the referee signaled, "No penalty." Auckland's relief was explosive. Boca's belief drained away. That moment was as vital as their goal, a turning point. Boca, denied by defending, weather, and now VAR, seemed resigned. Auckland, galvanized, found the energy to see out the final minutes. The dream was alive. The last 15 minutes were pure survival for Auckland City. Cramp and exhaustion set in, but they dug deeper, forming an unbreakable defensive wall. Boca threw everything forward. Long balls, crosses, relentless pressure. Auckland's defenders, part-timers, blocked and cleared with heroic determination. Their goalkeeper commanded the box, punching away danger. The noise was deafening. Boca's fans desperate, Auckland supporters singing with hope and pride. 5 minutes of added time felt endless. Every second was agony. Shots whistled past, scrambles were cleared, but Auckland refused to break. They played with pure heart, on the verge of the greatest result in their history. They would not be denied. The final whistle brought two worlds of emotion. Auckland's players collapsed in joy and exhaustion, embracing in triumph. For them, a 1-1 draw felt like a World Cup win. They'd faced giants and survived. Boca's stars stood stunned, eliminated from the tournament, a humiliation. Their fans were silent, dreams dashed. Auckland's players saluted their supporters, tears of pride in the stands. Boca's players, to their credit, congratulated Auckland, a mark of respect for the underdog spirit. The result sent ripples worldwide, the ultimate underdog story. Auckland were out, but left with heads held high, having earned global respect. They'd created a memory to inspire New Zealand football for generations. In the grand scheme, a 1-1 draw might seem minor, but this match's legacy will endure. It was a testament to football's soul struggle, passion, and the pursuit of the impossible. For Boca, a humbling lesson. For Auckland, a transformation. No longer just making up the numbers, they'd shown New Zealand could compete with the best. This match had everything. Drama, a wonder goal, a storm, VR controversy, and heroic defense. It's games like this that keep football's magic alive, reminding us that anything is possible. Auckland's players return to their lives, but carry this night forever. They didn't win a trophy, but they won pride, respect, and a place in football's folklore.